Hey folks, Charlie Munger here. Ever pondered on the decisions that shape our lives and businesses? Today I want to share valuable lessons, from avoiding crucial mistakes to transforming challenges into brilliant opportunities. Let's delve into the impact of personal choices, the secret behind business success, and even learn from Mozart's life. If you're seeking powerful insights for your journey, this video is for you. So don't miss out. Subscribe to the channel and join me on this journey of learning and growth. I'm eager to share knowledge that can shift your perspective. Let's go! 5. The impact of personal choices in life. You know, in my life, there was a moment back in the 1970s when my omission had a considerable impact. It's incredible to think that due to that mistake, drug dealers could have doubled their assets. Believe it or not, these small decisions, or lack thereof, can shape the course of things in ways we couldn't have imagined at the time. Oh, and here's another thing that always makes me reflect. Have you ever considered the power of missed opportunities? I made that mistake, and I can tell you it's something you don't want to do. At that moment, I squandered an opportunity that would have doubled my revenue. It's one of those things that makes us realize how personal decisions, no matter how small they seem, carry significant weight in the path we take in life. 4. Marriage and life choices. You know, throughout my journey, I've noticed something interesting about marriage and life choices. The difference in the quality of life between those who are married and those who are not is something that has always caught my attention. It's as if that decision shapes the entire course of existence, impacting not only day-to-day life, but also happiness and personal fulfillment. Now here's something many don't realize. The decision not to marry can be more than just a choice. It can be a kind of crucial luck. It sounds strange, doesn't it? But I've seen people who chose not to marry and, over time, realized that it was one of the best decisions they made. It's almost as if luck was smiling at them in a way that money simply couldn't buy. Marriage, of course, is one of those decisions that shapes life in ways we can't always predict. Some people stumble upon it when they're young, almost as if they tripped over it. But believe me, nowadays you can be more careful, more attentive to danger signs. After all, sometimes things are more important than they seem, and it's better not to advance blindly. 3. Caution in personal choices. Let me tell you something I've learned along the way, something I believe is crucial. You need to have a sharp eye for danger signs in your personal decisions. I've seen many people ignore these signs as if they were stepping on a minefield, and the result is not always the best. Sometimes life sends us warnings like those danger, do not proceed signs, and ignoring them can be a costly mistake. Lack of caution in personal choices can lead us down unexpected and often challenging paths. Imagine moving forward, even knowing there are dangers ahead. It's like driving at high speed on a road full of sharp curves, not paying attention to warning signs. Avoiding these serious mistakes requires a level of discernment and humility to recognize that we don't always know what's best for us. I believe life offers opportunities but also warns us when it's time to stop and reconsider our decisions. It's like there's a universal language of danger signs, and it's up to us to be smart enough to interpret them. Sometimes the wisest choices are those where we decide to take a step back, even if the initial impulse is to move full steam ahead. After all, avoiding dangers is often more valuable than seeking immediate gains. 2. Learning from life stories. Let's talk about lessons we can glean from the lives of others, something I've always considered crucial. You know, Mozart's story is one of those that makes us reflect. This guy, one of the greatest musical talents to ever exist, had a bitterly unhappy life. And why? Well, I made the same mistake he did. Excessive spending and the heavy baggage of jealousy and resentment. I believe Mozart's life serves as a kind of warning to all of us. Imagine, here's someone with extraordinary talent, capable of creating masterpieces since childhood, and yet his journey was marked by unhappiness. What did he do wrong? He spent more than he could afford and allowed negative feelings to take over. It's an important lesson about how artistic success doesn't always translate into personal happiness, especially when you don't learn to manage finances and emotions. Let's go beyond melodies and sheet music and look at the choices Mozart made. It's one of those stories that makes us wonder, how can someone with so much talent have such a complicated life? And the answer lies in personal decisions, the pitfalls of uncontrolled spending, and the heavy burden of resentment. I think we can all learn something valuable from Mozart, something that goes beyond music and leads us to reflect on balancing passion and responsibility in life. 1. business and investment lessons. Let's talk now about something that has always guided me in business and investments. I firmly believe in the importance of being fully present and recognizing those rare opportunities that arise before us. It's like being in a game, and victory often lies in the ability to identify and seize unique opportunities when they present themselves. I want to share a secret I've learned over the years. Simplicity and cost control are true pillars of success in business. It's not just about chasing bright opportunities, but also efficiently managing what we already have. Keeping things simple, avoiding unnecessary complexity, and ensuring costs are under control are key elements for a solid path toward business success and sound investments. And here's something fascinating: the ability to turn mistakes into opportunities. If we look at the history of Berkshire Hathaway, we'll see that we started with businesses that many considered doomed. A department store destined for failure, a declining textile company, and even a commercial stamp company. It seemed bleak, but the turnaround came when we turned these mistakes into opportunities. We learned to deal with losses, bought low, and instead of sinking, we grew and thrived. The secret, my friend, is not to be the best at handling difficult situations, but to avoid these situations whenever possible. Seek what is easy, not what is difficult. It's a game of recognizing where we can shine, and often that lies in avoiding traps rather than overcoming them. So when people talk about Berkshire Hathaway, remember that we're not just the ones who overcame challenges, but also those who knew how to avoid them and turn mistakes into brilliant opportunities. Friends, we've reached the end of this journey of reflections and learnings. I hope these stories and lessons have resonated with you as they have with me over the years. If you found value in this dialogue about life, choices, business, and investments, I ask you to consider giving it a like, share your reflections in the comments, and of course, subscribe to the channel for more inspiring content. I believe knowledge is a constant journey, and I'm here to walk alongside each of you. Let's build a community of learning and growth. Your participation is crucial to enriching this conversation even more. Remember, success is a product of conscious choices, the ability to learn from life stories, and the skill of turning challenges into opportunities. I appreciate each one of you for being part of this experience. Until the next video with more insights and wisdom to share. Big hug!